Hey guys, Button25 here playing KSP once again. Today, I'll be launching a Delta 3 carrying a Tidris satellite to geosynchronous orbit, or most of the way to geosynchronous orbit. I don't engage. Right, prepare for liftoff. 3, 2, 1. That does not usually happen. Technically, it's not unrealistic. We rockets do perform a slight side shimmy like this. To get themselves away from the launch pad, so if it crashes and destroy the entire launch pad, like Antares. And most of that did not fall back onto the pad; it fell a slight bit away. So, also launch pad repairs. Well, booster step here, but the pad for Antares has been fixed, so now we might be able to see a seamless and Antares launch shortly, soon enough. However, the next Cygnus launch will be on atop an Atlas. So, everything is going just fine here on the Tidris launch. Unlike the two of the three, unlike the two launches of Delta 3 that had live payloads. But that, I mean, like, actual satellites, not a dummy thing. We'll wait until we reach 20 kilometers before we jettison the fairing. Fairing jettison. Picked up a bit of roll, but the verniers could counteract it. You can see the rest of the fuel tank in here. See, we have that's the liquid fuel tank, and then right down here we have the oxidizer tank. And then we have the RL-10B, which is also used on the Delta 4. However, there's an interesting feature of the RL-10B that I will show you in but a moment, when the Thor tanks run out of fuel and the RS-27 burns out. RS-27 burnout, stage SEP, engine ignition. It has to extend out a bit first. It has to extend out. Technically speaking, I'm pretty sure that could just be an engine on its own, because I think that's what the Centaur has. So it has an extended bit at the top. So, the two satellites that were planned to be launched on this, both were Hughes HS-601s, I believe. The first one, the rocket climbed for a while and then flipped sideways and broke up. The second one, the upper stage ruptured or something, and that caused it to... Yeah, that's the RCS system, right? That's confusing. So, the second the tank ruptured and therefore couldn't get into a proper orbit and the satellite was lost. And the third and only successful flight put a dummy payload into orbit, but then by that point I think it's Lockheed that made these, but anyway, they realized that maybe this is not such a good idea after all. Helium pressurization tank. Alright. Helium. I wonder if... Hold on, just engage the RCS, No, that's a separate monoprop. Is what confused me, like, what? Why do you have helium? You do not use the helium. Oh. I mean, no, there's monoprop in here somewhere. Oh, yeah, that's the monoprop tank, isn't it? Yes, it is. Nobody RCS, because that, with Mechtrip, that's just a constant vent, really. And a forward-facing RCS as well, which I don't know why it would be required, but and the reason for the extending nozzle is to allow that it gets most of the gas gets more of the gases that are leaving this area that the engine creates and pointing them in one direction, so it's more efficient. Not necessarily more thrust, but more efficiency out of the same amount of fuel. No, I think I'll switch over to the... Yep, we're in an orbit now. Oh, you ain't done yet. 286.8.75. Here we go. Last time I did this, it got Tidris to up to a portion of geosynchronous orbit. The Tidris had to use its own engines for the maneuver. Just to control from here, though. Assuming is there like a is there some control reason here? Or is I just no? That's the fuel tank. That's confusing. Because this has control. Okay, no, this is a separate part. Okay. And I think after jettison we might attempt to deorbit this stage. Tidris is overheating, just ignore that. Ignore it. The helium tanks are overheating as well. Good for them. And flaming out. Also, I know why the real one had, well, the real rocket had helium, and I'm wondering why this has helium. There's nothing on that requires helium, as far as I know. Because the engine doesn't consume helium, so to speak, so I thought maybe that's what they did, but... Okay, sure, enable the RCS. Use those thrusters if you have them. That's kind of just to be safe. And we are off. And you can see. Oh, wait, yeah. It doesn't have it. We don't have. This stage, I believe, does not have enough fuel. So I'm pressing H just to kind of pretend that we need that to fire. However, I will save most of that RCS for the deorbit, maybe. Preferably blame burnout. No, really. I'm gonna 0 torque. Or, alright now. Let's pull up. And we're going to have to fire the RCS the old-fashioned way. What is this? Is this thing crossing through Kerbin's orbit? Oh yeah, that's the Stardust bases. Goodbye, Tidris. You can accelerate faster than this, probably. Yeah, you can just see the difference here. Hold on. I got confused. How much more monoprop does this have? SAS off. Yeah, okay, screw it. Really, Tetris is that far away already? Which is Tetris? Click here. I'm not interested in orbit. Oh, now I can select Tetris. There we go. Now to circularize. Where is it? Circular. Maneuver planet. Get on it. No, this thing. The stage should have the required delta V. What do you mean no mono? Oh right, yeah, that. There we go. Alright. do 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 do. Are those antennas different antennae? Different sizes? Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. Because when retracted they do appear different sizes. If I retract the panels, see, it's like a small box accelerating. You know what I'm saying? So that folds cleanly inside that. So my logic tells me that should be smaller. Poor Slur is like, what am I doing? What should I be doing? No, Tetris only has 4 retracing RCS. What? Oh, what I messed up. Oh yeah, I overshot. Whoops. Quick, yep, that worked. Back up. Really? I didn't do what I told you to. Really, Tetris? Really? Close enough. So yeah, I'm going to end the video here. Tetris is in orbit. I'm about 10:25. Goodbye.